stops being a good measure of the thing you cared about, because people will come up with dangerously creative hacks, gaming the system, finding ways to make that number go up that don't map on to the intent that you had going in.
So example of that in a real experiment was, this is an OpenAI experiment that they published. They had a simulated, environment where there was a simulated robot hand that was supposed to like grab a cube, put it on top of another cube. Super simple. The way they trained it to do that is they had people watching like through a simulated camera view, and if it looked like the hand put the cube on, or like had correctly like grabbed the cube, you give it a thumbs up. And so you do a few hundred rounds of this, like thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, and it looked like really good. But then when you looked at what it had learned, the arm was not grasping the cube. It was just positioning itself between the camera and the cube and just going like,
like opening and closing it.
Yeah, just opening and closing to just kind of fake it to the human. Because the real thing that we were training it to do is to get thumbs up. It's not actually to grasp the cube.
All goals are like that, right?
All goals are like that.
So we want a helpful, harmless, truthful, wonderful chatbot. We don't know how to train a chatbot to do that. Instead, what do we know? We know text autocomplete. So we train a text autocomplete system. Then we're like, oh, it has all these annoying characteristics. Fuck, how are we going to fix this? I guess get a bunch of humans to give upvotes and downvotes, to give it a little bit more training to kind of not help people make bombs and stuff like that. And then you realize, again, same problem. Oh shit, we're just training a system that is designed to optimize for upvotes and downvotes. That is still different from a helpful, harmless, truthful chatbot. So no matter how many layers of the onion you peel back, it's just like this kind of game of whack-a-mole or whatever, where you're trying to like get your values into the system, but no one can think of the metric, the goal to like train this thing towards that actually captures what we care about. And so you always end up baking in this like little misalignment between what you want and what the system wants. And the more powerful that system becomes, the more it exploits that gap and does things that, solve for the problem it thinks it wants to solve rather than the one that we want it to solve.
Ooh. Now, when you express your concerns initially, what was the response, and how has that response changed over time as the magnitude of the success of these companies, the amount of money they're investing in them, and the amount of resources they're putting towards this has ramped up considerably just over the past 4 years?
So this was a lot easier, funnily enough, to do in the dark ages when no one was paying attention. Today,
3 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
Yeah.
We were just looking, just to break off for a second, we were looking at images of AI-created video just a couple of years ago versus Sora.
Oh,
and
it's wild.
It's
night and day.
It's so crazy that something happened that radically changed. So it's literally like an iPhone 1 to an iPhone 16 instantaneously.
You know what did that?
What?
Scale.
Yeah, scale. All scale. And this is exactly what you should expect from an exponential process.